Well, hello. I've tried to film this video so many times. Like, I actually have a full version of this I filmed about 6 months ago in January, and it is now June. It's the first day of June. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking to film yourself. I know that we live in an era of being online all the time, but I think that's why it makes me more nervous to film, because I think there's just this, ooh, there are definitely ants here. Unemployed and lost at 21. Ignore my terrible microphone quality and the lipstick on my teeth. Black, queer, neurodivergent, artist edition, yippee. Those are ants. I'm gonna get up. Are these bugs and wildlife? Listen, they make it look cute to be an earthy black girl, but like, I'm gonna be eaten up by mosquitoes. More wildlife. Okay, there's a bunny over there. There's a bee right next to me. I'm trying to get out and get grounded and everything, but like, guys, like, I'm scared. They say touch grass, but they never tell you about the cicadas and the bees and the ants that are coming close to my tea. Today, I'm drinking a mixture of chai and chamomile with some vanilla and cardamom sprinkled in there, and cloves. Hello. For like the 5th time probably by now, I don't even know. I go by a lot of different names, but on here for now, ooh, the bees are zipping. I think that I'm okay with y'all calling me Alex for now. If you know me personally, you can use the names that I've introduced myself as to you in person, but like, I don't know. When you're an artist, you honestly have a lot of different names because you're always reinventing yourself. You're never satisfied. So, ooh, Mr. B, please don't kill me. I don't have a set kind of like layout for what's gonna go on this channel. It might just be a virtual journal. If y'all have questions, I'm gonna answer. Some people know me from real life. Some people know me from Twitter. Some people know me because I've seen my art around the internet. I'm making this video because I don't know what to do with my life. I'm not gonna lie. I am freshly graduated from college. I graduated with a degree, a bachelor's in journalism and media. I came into college from high school as a journalist, and I thought that I wanted to be an investigative reporter because I like running my mouth, I like snitching, I like talking about other people's tea, I like gossiping, I like clocking other people's business, and that's why. It's part of the reason. Also, you know, the voices of the unheard and uncovering corruption, blah blah blah. Honestly, most journalists just like to run their mouth. They like to talk. But I realized that as I was reporting on things, I wanted to be a part of them. And that is an ethical problem in journalism. You're not allowed to be a part of the things that you report on. It's what's it called? It's like a violation of, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's called a conflict of interest. This is why I almost failed media law. It's not even a legal concept, but child, anyways, move on. And I was like reporting on black people doing cool things, queer people doing cool things, or fighting for gay rights, or something, some sort of activism, or it would be really cool art events that I was reporting on. And I just realized I'd rather be the person that gets reported than the person doing the reporting. And I was like, also, journalists don't make no money, so I'm going to go into design, maybe, because I used to also do graphic design for newspapers. And then I ended up in like web design, and then I ended up in advertising, and then I ended up in fashion. And I was good at everything I did. I'm good at everything I put my mind to. But one thing that I feel like I never put my mind to was being an artist. I wanted to go to art school in high school, but that was really expensive. ooh, that is a real B. Like, that one has a stinger. So yeah, I, like many people around my age, around like the 20, 22, 21, that range, we graduated high school during COVID. And so the decisions we made, especially going into college or our future careers after high school, were very COVID based. And then we graduated in 2024 from college if you just went the 4-year route right after high school. And now I don't even know, it's just so much. It's always something. Like, if you're my age, we were born either during, right before, or directly after 9/11. The world has been changing so much since then. Our parents dealt with the 2008 recession, and then it was the invention of the internet, all the, like, not invention, but you know, like the social media, influencers, YouTube, TikTok, everything is just moving so fast. Now it's AI. So I'm graduating college with a degree, and now there's AI on the scene. It's just like, I can't get a break. I don't think any human ever in humanity has ever had a break, but I would like one. I don't really care. I don't really care. We're just moving so fast. Like, what do you mean there's an AI that could write my whole essay for me? This is not the same thing as the invention of Spark Notes. Like, could be the next form of consciousness if the scientists aren't careful. Like, what is this world that we're living in? So anyway, I wrote my thesis on existentialism because I guess I had an existential crisis with my friends. And so part of the takeaways that I got from that paper, from that thesis, my experiences in life and my desire to follow my dreams and be some sort of artist, journalist, writer, creator. Those things are fueling my creation of this channel. I don't even know. And I think that's one thing that's been holding me back, is because I will not do something if I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm a very logical, I pride myself in being a logical person, just meaning I intellectualize things that probably don't need to be intellectualized. And I'm a perfectionist, just like every gifted child. And I was in the gifted program. Now I'm grown and I can't do shit. Like, like that typical route that people complain about online. I just see that so often. It's very cliche. People be like, we get it, guys. You were smart when you were in 4th grade and you were doing accelerated learning, and now you're grown and nobody cares that you used to ace tests when you were like in middle school. Like, nobody cares anymore. Like, nobody cares about your AP scores, blah, 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 blah. But I think what people are realizing is that there is, with neurodivergence and diversity, that our schools end up segregating people and sorting people out into these groups, which are often unfair. But the people who get sorted out into gifted classes are oftentimes neurodivergent because they need a fast-paced learning environment, or they need a different type of learning environment. They need special one-on-one attention. And so then we grow up, and now we're adults, and there is no one-on-one attention. There is no accelerated path. There is no specific care by the time you're grown. And it definitely was praised back then. There's nothing, ain't nobody praising anybody as an adult. You're grown now, pay your bills, nobody cares. Like, I think I'm just grappling with all these different things, and I want to just talk about them online. And I want to have discussions. I want to build community. I want to fill a gap that I have frequently seen online, and talks about queerness. I'm lesbian. So it talks about queerness are always typically white. Almost always white. If they are black, oftentimes I see that they're in very urban environments. I'm not talking about urban as in like the way that people use urban. I mean literally, like, they're in big cities. What about the black folks that are in the middle of nowhere? Like rural black folks, suburban black folks. Suburban life is terrible. I will like Ronald Reagan, you will pay. I think Nixon too. Whoever did all these highways in suburbia, if I end up in hell for being gay, the first dude I'm going after is Ronald Reagan, because he's ruined my life to this day. I wasn't even alive when he was like, when did he die? I'm gonna Google it and put it up here. long rants. I have lots of things to talk about. I think being autistic, I have a lot of like information stored in my brain that I have to get out, and if I don't get it out in my journal, in my diary, and I don't get it out on Twitter in way too many threads, and I have too many tweets, I don't get it out in my art, I'm gonna get it out here. And I want to talk to people about it, and I want people to talk back to me, and I want to start having discussions, and I want to research with people. I want to hear a lot of different people's opinions. That's why I'm making this channel. I'm already planning on making some video essays about what I've researched for my thesis, and I think other topics. I like cultural analysis, digital cultural analysis. And so as I'm launching my art career, I think I just want y'all to follow along. If you know any tips on how to get my artwork into museums or galleries, if you just want to watch me struggle, I totally understand, because I've had to watch other people struggle and then break through for me to feel even emboldened to make a video like this. Like, it's not even a like sadistic way of watching somebody struggle, but it's just something really human and authentic. And I think that people are sick and tired of influencers who act like their life is just so perfect and they have everything together and they're just so gorgeous and they're like desirability, and they have money and they know exactly what they want to do and exactly who they want to be. And that is who I strive to be for a long time. I thought that would be me. I thought that graduating and getting a degree and being an exceptional student would get me to this magical place where I am stress-free and everything just falls into my lap. I'm not saying I didn't expect to work for nothing, but I thought it would be easier than what it is now. Because if you're looking at the job market in early 2024, there's something going on. There's just not, I don't even want to get into the job market right now. Like I'm seeing tweets and TikToks and videos from people who have masters and in fields, and they work in STEM, and they got laid off from their corporate job making $200K. Now they homeless somehow in their car. Like, the world is changing so fast. As an astrology girly now, this is a new development for me, but I think it's a very big Pluto and Aquarius moment. Pluto represents power, and Aquarius typically represents the collective. It's both individualistic but still together. Like, it's hard to explain, but Aquarius is very innovative, and we're just shifting from, I think, Pluto and Capricorn, and then we have our elections in this fall. I'm not even gonna think about that. I currently aspire to be many things. That's another reason why I've been struggling lately, is because I am multi-passionate. I have ADHD, so like, I know y'all are like, girl, we can tell, because the way I bounced around from Ronald Reagan to astrology to my art career in like 10-15 minutes is crazy. I'm so sorry it's not organized. I don't care though. That's just how my brain works. I'm fully medicated, but y'all just have to bear with me until I get more organization. I just can't focus on nothing. Like, I can. It's just like I want to do many things at once. And I think we live in a world where people, where the man wants you to be specialized. They want you to pick one path and stick to it, and then you stay in that job for like 20 years and you move your way up and you do the same thing over and over again, and then you somehow get a pension and retirement and da 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 da. Like, that's like what they tell people. They used to. That was the American dream. That's not happening anymore. Gen Z especially, we will quit a job so fast. We will switch industries so fast. And I definitely am among that, of like, you're not gonna have me sitting at the same position for a long time. And also, pensions don't really exist anymore. Retirement is like not a thing anymore. Like, we're not, why am I always seeing like old people working jobs? Like, how did this video became a rant about capitalism, and I did not want it to get there. I'm probably gonna edit a couple things out because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. But I think I'm starting this YouTube channel from a place of downness. I am down. We're not up right now. Honestly, it's Jover. But I'm trying to have hope by doing things I don't typically do. I aspire to make a lot of clothes. I really love fashion. I've been trying to learn how to sew. Starting my own fashion line would be so cool. I like to paint with oils. I do graphic design. I have a comic story planned. I don't know how to make money from any of these things in a way that doesn't kill me physically. It seems like the art world is really like networking heavy. You have to know somebody to get in, and then you have to also be able to do a lot of stuff for free or for very, very little pay until somebody eventually pays you. And that's cute and all, but like, how is anybody supposed to pay their bills if they're not making money from their art? If they're doing art 24/7? Like, even internships in general, they'll be so low paying and extremely expensive places. Like, I would love to visit New York one day, New York City. I would love to live there, or maybe even Atlanta. But like, when you're freshly graduated and it's entry level, they expect you to work for pennies in hopes of you getting like basically like a return offer, or like you'll just network and meet the right person and hopefully you'll make money. But like, that model is so privileged. Like, it's for privileged people, and it also sets up people to be taken advantage of, especially marginalized people who are willing to give things their all because they really want to make it. I've been applying for jobs. People keep asking me, what do you want to do? The truth is I just want to make cool stuff for Black gay people, for neurodivergent people, for my community, for people who experience life the way that I do, and also some people who maybe don't experience it exactly how I do, but are interested and have empathy for it and want to connect and want to learn and grow. And I think that we can all learn from each other that way. I want to tell stories that are a little more taboo. I want to tell stories that I don't see. Like, again, I just feel like there's such a gap in the content that I see online. And I've been trying to search out Black creators and lesbian creators and autistic creators and creators with ADHD and people around my age and people like older than me as well who have experienced the things that I've experienced or I want to experience. And I try to support artists who are making the stuff that I like, but I just noticed that there just is not much. There's nothing that, basically, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to fill that gap instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. I'm gonna have to do it myself. And that's been my story for just about my entire life. That's one thing that I've noticed. In college, I applied to be a graphic designer at this fashion magazine on campus. I won't be naming any names, but like, there's like only one that existed at the time. And I applied and they denied my application. And I was really heartbroken because I came to this college knowing I wanted to be a part of this mag. It was my freshman year. I ended up getting a job somewhere else doing graphic design for something else. Lord Jesus, there are ants on my bag. But I applied and they denied me. And so I was really sad. But one day, some friends of mine came to me and said that they wanted to start a magazine. And I was like, sure, that sounds cool. And so we ended up making a Black queer mag, founded mag, from the ground up. It was the first of its kind on campus. There is another Black magazine, and I was a part of that one too, but that was historically there, but it wasn't fashion based, it wasn't like art based. And so I ended up helping found and create and build something that did not previously exist. I've had to do that many, many times in my life where I get denied from somewhere, I get rejected. And I typically get rejected for working for other people and like doing other people's visions. And oftentimes I apply because I believe that at the time, I thought that in order for me to get my foot in the door is I'd have to subscribe and I'd have to assimilate. I would have to repress myself and shapeshift into what is needed of me to execute somebody else's vision. But consistently in my life, I am not even given the opportunity to shapeshift. Like, code switching is cute, but imagine you can't even get the job. I don't even have, like, I didn't even get the opportunity to code switch. Sometimes the door gets shut on me before I could even reach out for it. And I find myself consistently breaking down walls with a wrecking ball and like a bulldozer and saying, I'm gonna get to the other side whether you want me to or not. And because you didn't let me in, now I'm about to wreck everything you have. And I'm getting to the other side. Systems just don't work for people at the intersection of blackness, queerness, disability, womanhood. I find myself having to consistently bulldoze. And then they'd be shocked. They'd be shocked. And I'll build my own archway. I'm gonna let more people in. I'm scared that nobody will watch this and I'll look like a loser. And simultaneously, I'm worried that a lot of people will watch this and have something to say, and I'll be perceived, and I don't want to be perceived. It's a mixture. It's just, the human experience is so quirky. But whatever happens, it's, number one, it's out of my control, so I'm not about to worry about it. And whatever happens, sounds like I might as well do what I want to, regardless. If nobody sees it, then I just should do what I want. If people see it, they might have something to say. I'm just keep doing what I want. I might as well do what I want. That's basically what I took away from my existential crisis. Was like, maybe nothing matters. Maybe everything matters. Maybe things matter to different people that don't matter to me. Ultimately, I'm the one who has to live. I don't have to live. I'm choosing to live. I can take myself out anytime I want. But if I'm going to choose to be on Earth, I'm not going to choose to do nothing while I'm here. I'm going to choose to do what I want. Oh, there's a hummingbird. I didn't even know we had hummingbirds in this state. I'm crying. We have hummingbirds? See, that was wonderful. That was beautiful. That's just very reminiscent of me thinking opportunities don't exist and things don't exist. But I'm glad I looked, because I wouldn't have ever known that we had hummingbirds if I hadn't looked over there. Imagine if I had, like, I don't know, said in my head that hummingbirds don't exist. Sometimes I do that accidentally. I'll be like, black gay people don't exist. Like, we just aren't here. Like, I don't know where to find them, because I don't, because we're not that visible sometimes. We are outcasted. We're not paid. We're not at the front of a lot of things because of who's curating things. But I'm also glad that I just keep looking. I'm going to keep looking, and maybe I'll come across people who are just like me, who are like-minded, people who have a similar vision to me and want to execute it. I keep forgetting to say everything I want to be, because I want to be so many things. I also want to be an art director. I love directing photo shoots. That's one thing I learned about with the magazine. I also do makeup. I like styling. I like fashion. I like creating. I like telling stories. I like reporting on stories. I don't know what to even call myself. I say artist, sometimes I say writer, sometimes I say journalist, sometimes I say commentator. I'm really like, I don't know. I have many labels. I have many identities and many titles. Walking away from where I just made my video, realizing I didn't explain why my name is Clown Brat. So let's get into that. Number one, clown. I'm kind of obsessed with absurdism as a concept. That's, again, something that I researched in my thesis, which will be probably next video. I don't know, one day I saw a post on Tumblr that was like, femininity is a performance and I am a clown. Okay, while I was making this, I tried to look up this Tumblr post that I'm referencing. I couldn't find it. What I did find is that Judith Butler basically came up with the contrast of gender performance and clowndom. I did not know that. I just learned that now. I'm going to have to read this entire essay. I'm going to link all the essays I find in the bio of this video. But what? Judith? Of course it's lesbianism. Period. Of course. And something about that really resonated with me. Like, the way that we perform gender sometimes feels so absurd and silly and performative. I also think I resonate with clowns because I think there's always been a tie between tragedy and comedy. And I like being silly. I probably will write a whole thesis, essay, paper on clowns in particular, but I just find that they're always at the intersection of, honestly, there's ableism, classism, gender, race. There's many things, like in horror. There's a lot of clowns in horror. I mean, a lot of clowns are villains, and I like villains too. So like, it's like a combination of things. Okay, second reason why, which is the brat part, is because since I was little, I was obsessed with Bratz dolls, especially Sasha, the Bratz doll, which is someone who I've like named myself after. And also that's like Sasha Fierce, like Beyonce. It's very clear that they were inspired by Beyonce when they were making Sasha as a doll. But that's been one of my like special interests for like a long time, is Bratz. I mean, it makes sense. It's diverse, it's inclusive, it's fashion forward, it's super feminine. It's just so cute, and it's anti-Barbie. The Tweevils are a direct jab at Barbie's like white feminism. So that's the name. That's why I chose this name. Back to like other Alex talking. Thank you so much for watching my first video. There will be more to come. I have nothing to do. When you're unemployed, ain't got nothing to do. Oh, I hope something comes from this. But if nothing monetary comes from this, I hope I can at least say that I did something that I've been wanting to do for years. I'm just proud of myself for even filming this because I've been nervous, but I might as well do something. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit that like button, or don't. If you want to see more of me, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. The links will be all in the bio. If I start selling art pieces, it's all going to be in the bio. It's all going to be in the bio. I'm going to start writing articles. If you want to read those, you can subscribe to the Medium and comment anything that you want to see from me. Any questions that you have. Q&A would be so fun. I already have a decent following on Twitter, so if y'all would like to comment some questions that I could just talk about and run my mouth about, please do that. But yeah, have a beautiful, blessed day. I need to work on having a good intro and outro. Or I don't have to do anything. I don't know. We're vibing. Okay. Ronald Reagan, I'm out to get you. When I see you, it's on site. Yeah. Bye-bye.